So as this is a fresh look, I decided not to use any foundation. I just need to conceal what needs to be concealed on the face. So for the eye area, I use this 3-wheel Pro Palette Concealer. The orange colour will conceal the blue on the inner corner. The pink is used for underneath the eye area where it's generally darker and needs to be lightened up. And then the yellow concealer is used on the entire lid or anywhere where there might be any red. And then I use a MAC or any blending brush. This just happens to be the MAC 224 blending brush, so any soft blending brush, and that'll just buff everything together and buff it into the skin for a nice flat finish. Then I use MAC's Select Cover Up, as it has a SPF 30 in it, and I just use the same brush to apply that to the areas needed on the face and buff it in. Then cleaning off that same brush, or you can use a new brush if you want to, I applied a little bit of a light pink powder. Now this one is okay for my skin tone, but you might want to use a translucent one or a separate one. And then I just applied this on the eyelids to set the concealer and to prevent any concealer falling into the creases. And then I just dotted it on a few areas around the face where I shine the most. Now for the eyeshadow, I used the MAC Accentuate Sculpting Duo and the same blending brush again, which I wiped clean. So I get the shading powder and I just lightly apply that all over the crease, above the crease, and then I shade lightly down the side of my nose. So it's just a continuation from the eye down the side of the nose. And then the lighter accentuating powder was used to shadow on the eyelid and then highlight. So now using the same product, I'm just highlighting my cheek area using the lighter shadow. And then for this I used a Daniel Sandler powder contour brush. I like this brush because it is very soft and angled, and it's just a really good size for the face. So I'm just highlighting the higher planes of my face, anywhere where you feel comfortable highlighting. And it's not too highlighty either, it's not too shiny, so it's a nice highlighter. And then I'm using the same powder that I used over the crease in the eye, which is the sculpting powder. I'm using that just to give a bit of shape to my cheeks. So apply that just underneath your cheeks and buff it in with the brush. It needs to be blended well always, no matter what product you use to sculpt. You should always make sure it's blended well, any contouring product. And then just do the exact same thing to the other cheek and bring it up onto the temples a little bit for, just to make it look a little bit more natural, so it just doesn't stop or start anywhere, and fade it up. So next step, I start filling in my eyebrows in short strokes using a dark brown eyebrow pencil. This one is from Rimmel. I like it as it's just the right hardness. It's not too soft, not too hard. It lasts all day, and I like the fact that it has a little brush on the end, so you can kind of groom your eyebrows as you go along without having to pick up too many products. So just kind of draw little flecks through your hair to mimic the hair growth. And then to set the eyebrow hairs, just get any clear mascara. I've said it before, I don't like using very expensive brow sets for this. This brow mascara that I use, or clear mascara that I use, is Collection 2000, and it seriously only costed, I think, about maybe £2 or £3 in Boots. Many other brands do inexpensive ones that you can use as well, and all you want to do is just keep the hairs in place. So next I'm getting a dark brown powder and an angled brush. That is the MAC angled brush, the 266 I think. And to keep the look quite natural, instead of using an eyeliner, I'm just pressing some of that dark brown in just above my lash line to thicken the lash line and to define the eye shape a little bit. You can use eyeliner if you want, but I just want to keep this look fuss free and use as few products or as little products as I can. So I gave a tiny little flick at the end, and you can just rotate the brush as you need to so that it'll work with you and it'll work with the shape of your eye. I'm not going for anything too thick or crazy here, and I'm not bringing it too far up into the eyelid either. I just want it to really just to define the eye shape a little bit. And clean up any edges as you need to. So next I got some mascara, sorry, I got some mascara. I just used, I'm trying to use up a lot of my old mascaras so I can open some of the newer ones I've gotten. So this is just a number 7 mascara. I like it because it's quite defining, but it doesn't clump and it's not too thick. It's good for daytime if you still want a little bit of length and curl. So I think that was just the Extreme Lengths number 7 mascara. I know mascara is a very personal thing, so just use whatever mascara you're comfortable with and that works best for your lashes. So I'm just applying it to the other eye here as well. I sometimes like to brush down from the top to make sure I coat the lashes from both sides. Gives a little bit of a thicker effect or application. And then once I finish up with the top lashes, without dipping the brush back into the mascara pot or whatever you call it, I just use whatever's left on the mascara wand and run that along the bottom lashes so as not to get too much product on the bottom lashes. You just get a fresher look by not applying too much mascara. Then, if you want to brighten up or lighten up your face a little bit more, you can always apply a blusher. So here I'm using a really light, fresh baby pink one. It's Max Well Dressed, but use whatever suits your own skin tone. This is really good for light skin tones. And I'm just swirling this high on the cheek area and up into the temples. Perfect blusher for the daytime and for summertime. And then the last step is to get some lip gloss. I've decided to skip lip liner here to keep it as fuss free as possible. So this is a Bourjois lip gloss that I got free in a magazine sometime earlier on in the year. I think it was Glamour magazine, but I was really impressed with it when I got it. It's not too sticky, it lasts quite long on the lips, and it's just a really, really pretty baby pink colour. And then that's you done. So this is the finished look, guys. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and thanks for watching. See you next time.